I think that's the third year in a row that here we played Midwestern and we're able to put up 100 points. And, the first time in program history that we've had 3 100-point games in one season, too. And so, man, the field house has been really, really good to us. And it's just good to see us playing well, too, again at home. The last time we took the floor, we won ourselves, and we bounced back today at home and in front of our home crowd and our place that we have played so well and came back and played like we're supposed to play.
You did a great job on the glass cleaning up. We were just kind of covering that 47-29 rebounding edge. And your defense, how many steals did your squad?
10 steals.
10 steals today. Yeah. That's twice as many as Midwestern. And, Chris Ray, he's got this club playing better. They did look better in the first half than they did at any time in the game at Wichita Falls. But your squad just got rolling, and you could see the depth really paying off. Jordan Beatty out there, so smooth, tap dancing around like a.
Yeah, I was in the locker room, and there was something I could have said well about everybody, man. I thought everybody came on the floor, played well. Talk about Olivia Russell, and she came in that last minute of the first half and plays with energy, but rotates over, takes a huge charge on Frances King, giving her third foul. And we did a good job of getting their 2 leading scorers in foul trouble. They both had 3 fouls in the first half, and that's a huge testament to how we played defense in the first half, but also how aggressive we were offensively. I thought we did a really good job getting the ball to the paint, both off guard penetration and just lead passes in transition, feeding our post. We looked like ourselves today, and that was fun to see.
That's always a good feeling. Tell you what, you had to enjoy watching Shania and Deani out there today. Deani was just an absolute jet for a while, and nobody could follow her where she went.
And her most efficient game, 22 points on 14 shots, and then not just that, but distributing the ball, finding her teammates, and then Shania's been really, really good lately. I probably don't say enough about Shania, just because I expect it, but she's been such a rock for us as far as decision making offensively, knowing when to hit the good shot. Her mid-range game is back to being, I think she's got one of the best mid-range shots in the country, but she finds it. Like she knows where her spots are. She finds a way to get to her scoring spots and did such a good job today, finding the holes in the zone again. She's been a weapon for us versus zones.
It's going to be a different life one day in the future when you don't have 3 over there in the corner just waiting to spot one up.
As she continues to climb, all-time records and, how many games she's played here. She's meant so much to this program. And she's just been consistent since the first day she got here, just in the player she is, the character that she has, her ability to knock down shots and make good reads, but just compete at the highest level. And it's every day. It's in practice. It's on the floor. She's such a solid piece to what we do.
Coach, if there was one game that you have played out of 17 so far, would this be the one that you would say, I want that one in a bottle and put a stopper in it?
Outside of our turnovers, yes. And I thought they called a lot of travels today, and some of them I didn't necessarily think were a travel. But, we had some uncharacteristic turnovers that we got to continue. I keep saying this, but we got to continue to clean those things up. But how we rebounded, how we guarded, the energy that we came out with, I thought we talked well. I thought we took great shots. You want to bottle a lot of that up and continue to play that way.
Jarrett Von Rosenberg, you talked about early in the season how far and how much he trusts everybody on his bench. You were able to, you're showing basically the same thing. When Schott gets out there, she didn't get anything on the scoreboard, but she got a rebound. She made some plays
she did well.
Dished it out.
She played, I think, the last 6.5 minutes of the game because when I had just taken Yanni out. Yanni had got fouled hard, and I thought at that point in the game we kind of put the game out of reach, and so there was no need to put her back in the game. But Mackenzie came in, competed, got us in our stuff, didn't try to force anything, and that's what's great about her. She's just solid. Tries to find her teammates. She's not coming in trying to get her own stuff. She's coming in trying to run the offense. She took a shot that we all wanted her to hit, this 3 over here, but how she plays and how she guarded. When she comes in, she takes a charge. She could have took another one on ball. Just played really, really well and was really solid for us today. And that's, you talk about our team and just, trusting them. And we, on a regular basis, play 10-plus players. And that's because you see it in practice, how much they compete with each other, how much they trust each other, and they play unselfishly. And that was fun to see everybody play like they played today.
Juliana Lewis out there for 18, didn't score, but she kind of patrolled the paint and took care of some things for you. But all your other bigs, Simone James ends up with 3 points and a rebound. I think Layla and Jordan Beatty really showed out for you. Layla ended up with 10 points, 2 rebounds. Beatty, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 6 boards in less than 8 minutes for her. Nobody looks at her and says, that is the athlete we better watch, but she is one when she gets going.
I thought she had an and one in transition. They turn around and call it a foul on her, but you know, she's again finding her sea legs again. Didn't play for a semester, and so she's getting her first game experience right now. But she's so physical in the post, and where she is really helping us, and it just doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but how much she's talking defensively. Her and help side on the floor, like she made our defense better because of her communication, and that's something that's underrated as far as a skill that we need, man. She's been such an anchor for us in practice, and it's translating into the game now. And you know, that's the one thing you start talking about playoff basketball, and if we're able to have a chance to play in Frisco and play in the NCAA tournament, that we've got to be a solid half-court defensive team. And you know, the way she talks, she makes us so much better defensively, and we need that down the stretch.
Coach, what are some of the other highlights on this? You had a game plan for it. Was there anything that Midwestern tried different from the first outing between the two clubs that still apparently didn't work?
No, I mean, I think at this point in the season, for the most part, you kind of are who you are, and you want to see you just be the best version of themselves. And so we saw a lot of the same things: 2-2-1 press back to a 2-3. You know, we felt at this point in the year, we're getting zone so much, we feel comfortable against the zone. And so I think we're able to find the openings in the zone. I thought we did a better job of posting up and actually feeding the post in the zone, moving the ball around, finding openings. But that's kind of what they did. And defensively, I thought we did a good job of guarding their ball screens. They're a ball screen team, and they shoot a lot of quick shots. And so one of the keys for us was, can we be a great rebounding team early? Can we have good transition defense to make sure we're in position to get those rebounds, because they shoot a lot of quick shots, but they got players that can make them. And I just thought we did a really good job on their better scores today.
Coach, I know you've seen some of International and some of Kingsville in your scouts of their opponents, but they're the ones that are coming into our house this week. What are your first thoughts on Kingsville? I've let everybody know that Michael Madrid, he spent a little time in Lubbock and was a key to the Lubbock Christian success. Now he's trying to get that Javelina program turned around. And
he's got that thing going down there in Kingsville. You know, they beat Lubbock Christian, and that was one of the surprise wins right after Christmas break is they came out the gate. I think that was the first conference game, too, and beat Lubbock Christian. And, you know, he's really got his team guarding. They're a tough team. They play good defense. He's a great coach, you know, does a great job scouting. Their team moves the ball well. And they're very similar to Lubbock in the fact that they don't really beat themselves. They're not just going to turn the ball over. You're going to have to guard them. You're going to have to get through their sets. And so that's going to be one of those games that we got to talk. We got to communicate. We've got to value the possessions. 19 turnovers versus that team is not going to get it done. We got to take care of the basketball. You know, they're on a 7-game winning streak right now. They are the hottest team in our conference right now as far as win streak. So, you know, coming to our place, we got to take care of business. And then you turn around and you got a little different scout. International is playing a lot of 1-3-1. Now, we've seen that a couple times this year. We saw it with Oklahoma Christian, and we'll see it later on with Oklahoma Christian again and with UT Permian Basin. But that 1-3-1 zone that you have one day of kind of practice in between is we've got to get a lot of work as far as finding the openings in the zone, watching some film, and being able to make good decisions versus that 1-3-1, because you can't just call a set and necessarily get what you want to get. It's about being patient. It's about finding the openings, posting the right way. So they pose an issue as far as that, just doing something that nobody else really does, and something you don't practice against every day. But both teams with winning records, both teams that are playing well, and we've got to come ready to play next week.
All right, well, you got your main right hand back, Markeith Brown, on the bench again. Good to see him back going today. Yeah. He was missed on the trip out west.
He was, but I thought our staff did a phenomenal job of picking up the pieces in his place, and you know, they do such a good job of working together. You know, even though he wasn't there, he's still on the phone. We're talking recruiting. We're talking scouts. We're talking decisions that we're going to make on game day. It's the power of technology, right? You know, so we're talking. We're often in communication. but our staff really did a good job of stepping up in his absence.
All right, well, your squad did a pretty good job this afternoon.
Took
the
care of
century
business.
mark again.
Yeah,
and
special. That's special.
And everybody comes out healthy. No worries there. It's just let's get ready. You got 3 days off. Feels like a vacation, won't it? I know you won't all be off.
You know, they actually got it's going to be good because we're treating today like a Saturday where they got the rest of the day off. They got tomorrow off. And then we come back with a 2-day scout kind of to prepare for Kingsville and for International. But, at this point, the amount of games we just played in the last 9 days, we're starting to figure out the things that we need to do to play at a high level. And it's just about making adjustments to the teams that we got to face.
All right, well, next up, A&M Kingsville Javelina women will be here. And you won't want to miss that one because it's going to be a dandy just like the men's game. Johnny Estelle's bunch will come in for a challenge for Coach Rose and his guys.
We'll bring out our East Texas jerseys for the throwback. A&M or East Texas State versus A&M. What is it? A&I.
A&I, yeah,
Texas
yeah.
A&I. So we'll bring out the throwbacks for that one.
Oh, that'll be great fun. All right, Coach, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Another W, 15, one more than you had all last year. And that's a great way to be heading towards February. We're not done in January just yet. See you Thursday, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks.